So hello everyone, welcome back to Oliveboard regulatory bodies. As you know that RBI Grade B 2024 detailed notification is out and the registration have also started. Many of the students who are preparing for this year for RBI Grade B exam are having so much of doubts which are related to their strategy, plan, how they are going to now give the exam. But at the same time, they are also having some of the doubts or maybe hiccups which are related to their dream, that is to become an RBI Grade B officer. For all such students, today we have brought a very important session with a very important person, and this session is going to be a student's guidance session by none other than Mr. Shankar Nagarajan sir, who was ex-manager in RBI. He served in various cities like Nagpur, Mumbai, and he has rich experience of various departments also throughout in his overall RBI career. So he will guide us throughout on important topics like what are the duties, responsibilities, how is the day of an RBI Grade B officer. And to know this from an expert as well as reputed officer himself, what more do you want? So first, let us welcome all Shankar sir here. Shankar sir,
Thank
welcome
you.
to
Thank you
Oliveboard
very
Regulatory
much.
Bodies.
Thank you. I'm
And
also very happy to join you.
yes, sir. So we will quickly start the session as many of the students will be having so much of doubts. So we have collated so much of doubts making these questions, and we will
Yeah,
try to ask these questions to you. And I hope that you also give your uh, opinions also as well as answers and share
yes,
us your rich experience, whatever you have gone through. So
definitely. Sure.
so first thing, sir, I'll talk about is the overall experience which we are talking about. So you were with RBI for more than 30 years. So you are having
Yeah,
30 years of experience with RBI.
yeah,
So
yeah.
can you briefly describe the journey from joining to your retirement?
Definitely. See, as soon as I completed my college in 1980, so an advertisement had come at that time in 1982. The post which was advertised by RBI was clerk cum coin note examiner. So this was the post for which recruitment was done in the 1980s. So I'm talking about more than 40 years back. Now that post is not there. So now the bank takes assistants. So it is a clerical cadre. So at that time also when I joined, the name of the post was clerk cum coin note examiner. So we used to work in the cash department and we used to count the notes. Whatever notes have come from banks, they used to bring it to us, and it was like a college. So hundreds of students immediately when we left the college, we got that job. And that time also an exam was there, interview was there. Then it was fairly easy, but again there are a lot of what you call minimum qualifications, minimum cutoff marks in the graduation. So taking all this into account, we got selected. A lot of us, about 150 of us, joined the bank in 1982 as coin note examiners. So then, at that time in RBI, the number of staff who were in the clerical cadre was very high. Nowadays, clerical staff has come down a lot. It has more become an officer-oriented organization. We have grade A to grade F officers. At that time also it was there, but clerical staff were more in number. And they were required to do various activities like counting the notes. And these notes were sent back to the banks. Those notes have to be sorted. All these things were done manually. So whatever is done by machines today in banks, we used to do in RBI at that time. So the initial job I was allotted was coin note examiner. So daily in the morning and afternoon for few hours we used to do, and our work used to get over before 4 o'clock. So we used to go home early. So that was the initial few years. And at that time, the promotion policies in RBI was entirely different from what it was today. At that time, from clerical assistant to becoming a grade A officer itself took more than 20 years. So you can imagine most of the staff were in the clerical cadre. So very few people who completed 20 years, they became officers. Then in the 1990s, slowly the bank started a promotion scheme to encourage people to become officers. So then we all wrote the exams and we became a grade A officer. That is the first step. So grade A is the minimum, first level of officer. So grade A officers. So even today, there's an exam for assistants to become grade A's. But today, after 3 years of completion of assistants, you can write that exam. So see the difference now. So today, an assistant, a person who joins as assistant in RBI, he has a chance to become a grade A officer within 3 years. So that is a huge difference from what it was about 20, 30 years back to today. So once we became officers, immediately transfer was there. We used to be transferred to other centers because officers, the rules for officers is you can be posted anywhere in India. And we all know that RBI has offices only in the capital cities of all states in our country.
Yes, sir.
So immediately I was posted to Mumbai.
Yeah.
So when I was posted to Mumbai, Mumbai is a very big office. See, in RBI, all the offices in the state capitals are called regional offices. Whereas in Mumbai, you have Mumbai regional offices as well as the central office at Mumbai.
Yeah.
So all the departments in the various offices of RBI in various capitals are controlled by that head office. So we also have a head office in Mumbai and also a regional office in Mumbai. So we can be posted anywhere. So then when I went to Mumbai, I was posted in the National Clearing Center. What does this do? As you know that RBI performs various regulatory functions and it also performs the payments and settlement system. It is controlling. What is this payments and settlement system? Check processing.
Yeah.
All the banks receive checks from their customers for crediting to other people's accounts. Suppose I want to pay to somebody 10,000 rupees. I will give a check from my account to him. He will put it in his bank.
Yeah.
And that bank will take it to RBI and RBI will do the processing of the checks so that the money is transferred from the pay drawer's account, the person who has issued the check, to that person's account who will receive the money. So
Correct.
this was a big process in RBI there, which is called clearing house. Now everything is automated. Things are very fast now, and the entire systems have changed all that today. The entire clearing cell which was there is now running in one small room with everything with high-tech computers. So today we are also having various other systems of payments. We need not use a check to pay amount to somebody today.
Yes.
At that time, only check was the mode of paying. And today, lot of improvements are coming to that system. We are having Google Pay. We are having online transfer, wherein using your phone you can transfer money. So things have changed a lot in the last 30 years. So I worked there for about 8 to 10 years in Mumbai. Then I came back to Hyderabad, which is my hometown. And there I was working in a very important department called Department of Supervision.
Yeah.
So this Department of Supervision is one of the most important things in RBI,
Yes.
where in every regional office, a department is there which regulates and controls the banks in that region. See, RBI is the regulator of our banking system. So RBI ensures that the banks are working properly as per the guidelines and the rules framed by RBI. So why do we need RBI? Without RBI, what will happen? Suppose there is no regulator. The banks can use their funds as they wish. But there should be somebody to watch them because banking is based on the confidence of the public. People put money in the banks as deposits only if they feel that the bank is a safe place.
Yes.
So who ensures the safety of funds in the banks? We don't know. If somebody opens a bank, unless everybody has confidence, people will not go and deposit money. And unless people deposit money, they cannot give loans and do business.
Correct.
So the commercial banks which are doing business are solely dependent on the deposits of public. And people will deposit money in the bank only if they are convinced about the safety of the money. So that safety is ensured by RBI's policies. So RBI does inspections of the banks. And also today, all banks are having their own internal systems of control and regulation, which ensures that all their top management policies are properly implemented at the branches. See, because in some banks, if some bank there is a fraud, even now frauds are occurring in banks, but they should be detected and immediately rectified. There are systems today to detect frauds and immediately rectify. So there should be somebody to supervise and monitor what the banks are doing. So this is done by RBI through the Department of Supervision and Regulation, where the regulation department frames the policies and the supervision department ensures that the banks are following these policies. So there are both on-site inspection, off-site inspections. On-site means going to the banks and verifying their records, or in on-site inspection, they send reports to the RBI. So these things are all done by the Department of Banking Supervision. So when I worked in that department, I used to go and visit all the banks in Andhra Pradesh. Previously, it was only Andhra Pradesh. Today, we have two different states. So in the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, I used to go and visit all banks, team of 2 people, 3 people. We also visit the head offices of banks where we stay for about 1.5 months and then research everything. We see all the records, what type of loans they are giving, because sanctioning of loans, whether the top management is following the rules and whether internal rules are being followed and whether RBI's rules are being followed, all these we inspect. So that was the Department of Banking Supervision. And after that, I was transferred to Nagpur on promotion again. So once we get a promotion, there will be some transfer mostly. So then I went to Nagpur RBI. And in Nagpur RBI, I worked in another important department called the issue department. See, RBI, one of the important functions is currency distribution and management. Only RBI has the power to issue currency notes and coins in India. And that it does through its RBI offices. This is the issue department which is doing this. They get the notes from the printing press and the coins from the mint, and they are distributed to the various currency chests of the branches. So banks are allowed to keep money in currency chest. They open. It's like a big room where cash is stored.
Correct.
So managing the currency is another important thing. So managing means issuing new notes and taking back the old notes from the banks, because currency gets old and mutilated and it become damaged. So we
Yes.
cannot keep these in circulation. So the currency management department, which is in the head office, controls the issue departments in all offices. So I was working in the currency management department of Nagpur office, where I used to get the reports from all currency chests of that area. So under Nagpur office, some 200, 300 currency chests will be there. So under each RBI, currency chests of that region, they report. So there's a beautiful system of reporting the currency transactions to RBI, and RBI, all the officers will report it to the head office. So this way, the head office will have an idea how much currency is there in circulation in our country. And all these are done manually previously. Now everything is online. So
Yeah.
same day reporting, the currency just report to RBI and all RBI's report to the head office. So this was another very important function in RBI, which I was in charge as a manager of that department. Every day we used to collect the data and send it to the head office of RBI, Bombay. So this was again another department. So this way I continued till my retirement in the issue department, and I retired from Nagpur office.
Okay, sir. Sir, as you told your journey also, at the same time, you also told the various functions of the departments,
Yeah.
and through which you also told that what are the functions of various departments of the RBI itself. You joined, as you said, you joined the organization long back. So, how has the role at entry level manager changed over the period? For example, you joined at entry level, but today through RBI Grade B exam, many of the aspirants can become directly an officer. So how
Yes.
is this role changed in terms of function also and in terms of promotions also?
Yeah. See, as I told you, joining as a grade B is itself an excellent opportunity in RBI today. It's one of the most, what you call, coveted post position everybody aspires. As you can see, 1 lakh or 2 lakh people are applying for the grade B jobs. even though the jobs, sometimes it is about 200, this year it is very less. So it is one of the most, what you call, coveted positions which every candidate wants to have. And the role of an RBI Grade B has also changed a lot over the years. He is between the top supervisory position and the lower clerical position. So he is a sort of a bridge between the lower cadre assistants and the higher, maybe deputy general managers, DGMs and GMs, they are above him. So once above the manager, there's an AGM, assistant general manager. And the role of the manager in various departments again differs. Suppose it's an IT department. People join IT department also. People who are
Yes.
interested in computer software development, programming and all. So those people will be given specific tasks. So you have to develop some software for these activities, for some of the reports which we have to send to somebody, or collection of the reports, analyzing the data and all. All these things today people are doing. But apart from that, as I told you have the banking department and the issue department, where the basic functions, as I told you, still are being done in the same way as it was done 20 years back. But the only thing is, everything is computerized, everything is fast, data analysis is very easy today. Everything was done in papers, files and all. Today, you don't find any files in RBI. All things are done in computers. But the job role and responsibility has increased
Yes.
multifariously, because today's grade B is expected to be very, what you call, knowledgeable. He should be able to know the developments in the banking sector. A grade B who joined 25 years back, the banking sector developments have happened so much in the last 25 years.
Yes, sir.
Risks have increased. The types of products in the banks have changed. So for
Yes.
all those things, the RBI is responsible to see that when public is using so many products of the bank, they should get good services. They should get proper returns for their deposits, safety of the deposits. All these things are taken by RBI, and the grade B officer acts as a link between the lower level people or assistants or grade A's and the higher level officials. So he's a crucial link. That is why he should have proper knowledge of the department he is working in first. For all that, training is provided to them. So trainings are there once a grade B joins the bank, whether he is from the engineering sector or any other sectors. The basic training is provided. What is RBA? What does it do? Then he will be posted in one of the departments. Generally, they are posted to the operational departments like the banking department or the issue department, which are the basic functions still in RBI.
Yeah.
And another important thing in RBI is there's not much of customer interaction. We are not a commercial bank.
Correct.
RBI is not a commercial bank. It's a regulatory body where the policies framed at the central office level are transmitted to the regional offices, and the regional offices have their own internal systems. You have an administration, a human resource department. Some of the grade Bs may be managing the human resource department also directly from the beginning itself. Some
Correct.
people may be posted in issue department. Some people will be learning the banking department work. See, there is one department called banking, because one of the functions of RBI is to maintain the accounts of banks and government departments. Just like we open accounts in various commercial banks, banks have to keep accounts with RBI for their internal transactions and for their money transfers. So all that is managed in the banking department of RBI. And as I told you, issue department consists of various vaults, where every vault is in charge. Grade B is the in charge.
Oh,
The grade B officers are in charge of the grade B officer is in charge of the vaults. What do you mean by vault? A safe deposit vaults are there, big halls where cash is stored.
correct.
In one vault, a fresh note will be there. The inward flow of money from the press, the printing press people come to RBI and deposit the cash. Accounting is there. One grade B is in charge. He will be having the keys along with a grade A. All vaults are manned by two people. Generally, The safety manual says that every vault where a lot of cash is kept, it's a two-key system. So one key with the grade B officer, other key will be with a grade A officer.
Correct.
Like this, in issue department, most of the grade Bs will be handling vaults. So there won't be any much of paperwork and all. Sitting office desk also will not be there. They will be going to the vault in the morning, opening it. The day's work they will do, and evening they will close the vault and come back. So the grade B in charge of issue department will be doing this sort of work. Otherwise, in issue department, there is a general side also where some grade Bs will be looking after the accounting part of that. For
Yes.
everything, there are computers, computer systems are there, managing the inflow and outflow of cash from the various currency chests. Inspections, grade Bs are going to the currency chests and doing inspections. All this is done in that. Apart from that, RBI has about 25 to 30 departments in the central office level. So once they have done a few years here, they may be shifted to Bombay. And once they go to Bombay, as per their, sometimes their choice or their interest, or as per the bank's requirements, they will be posted to various central office departments. So central office includes monetary policy department. So it's a very
Yes.
important this thing. So the monetary policy department ensures that the banks are utilizing the public money in a proper way, and that is in coordination with the finance ministry.
Yes.
And there is some specialized departments are there: DEPR, economic policy research, statistics in management. So there are various departments like this. DIT is there, Department of Payments and Settlement System. So for all these things, minimum on the clerical level, grade A, grade B, grade C will be there. Some departments may be, even grade C may be the head of the department in some places.
Okay.
And in some very small offices, even grade B may be the head of a department. So he is in charge of the whole department. So the entire work he has to oversee and see that the entire process are going on properly. For example, in small offices, in some centers, the office is very small. They don't have many functions. Northeastern places, some RBI offices are there. But if you go to big offices like Chennai, Mumbai, and all, you will have grade A, grade B, grade C, grade D, and grade F will also be there. So grade F is in charge of the office. If it's a regional office, a grade F is the head of the office. He is called regional director. So he will be a grade F, chief general manager, who is heading the office. And the important thing is RBI grade B are the most preferred people in the bank today. They get a lot of chances of career progression is very good for them. So if somebody joins as a grade B, maybe around less than 30 years, generally people join around 25, 28 and all, they have a chance to reach up to CGM or above that executive director level also in a career of about 25 to 30 years.
Great. So I
So
think,
opportunities are there, yes.
yeah. So I think, sir, you explained the role of RBI Grade B officer also.
Yeah,
Then what in each department they do on daily basis. You also explained what career growth and
yeah,
potential is there for an RBI Grade B officer.
yeah,
But at the same time, I will also ask you, since officer have to handle so much of huge amounts of work, task and responsibility in each department, as you said.
yeah.
So what is the stress like? Are there some compulsory targets to meet, or uh, is it something which every aspirant or student who is watching here, when he's looking for work-life balance, then what you would shed some light on the same topic?
Yeah, definitely. See, work and our personal life, the balance is excellent in RBI.
Correct.
As you all know, the RBI Grade B is one of the most, what you call, highly paid jobs at the entry level itself today.
Exactly.
And apart from that, the bank takes care of all of the needs of the officers and the clerical staff and the sub staff also. Okay. So you will have a good work satisfaction. That is, when you do work for the bank is giving you suitable remuneration. So that itself is a big satisfaction. So people don't mind working extra also. If suppose I'm getting all whatever I need, bank is giving me a flat in Mumbai to stay in a good locality. It is giving me a very good salary. See, the starting salary of an RBI Grade B is about 1 lakh to above 1 lakh 1 lakh 25,000. And apart from that, he gets various facilities.
Yes, sir.
Perks are a big bonus. Lot of perks are there, and these keep increasing every few years.
Yes, sir.
And that is why. And another thing is, there is not much targets. There is no target in RBI. Only
Correct.
your daily work we have to complete with the help of your staff who have been given to you. So if I am a grade B in a department, I will be seeing to it that my grade A and whoever assistants are there are completing the daily work properly. And in most of the departments, the work is over by 6 o'clock. Only in very few departments it extends to maybe 1 or 2 hours. But for that also the bank pays you additional compensation for everybody who is sitting beyond the office hours also. So all these things are well taken care of. There are no targets at all. See, this is not a commercial bank. We are not selling any products. We are not doing marketing. We don't have any target. See, in commercial banks, they have to compete with other banks and get more customers to buy their products and increase the profits. But we don't have any such pressure. So work-life balance is excellent. Of course, during the course of the work, you may have some stress, which sees to it that you complete your work properly because all the necessary infrastructure has been provided.
Yes.
So the working environment is excellent. All other facilities are provided. So I will say that there is not much stress. So
Okay.
sometimes during the work, there may be some deadlines to finish this aspect by today or 1 or 2 days. Central office may ask us to do some task within 1 or 2 days. That time also our seniors or the GM or the other head of the department will cooperate, and he will also see to it that the work is completed in time.
Correct.
So pressure is not only on the grade B. If it is there, it is equally distributed, and the head of the department will take care of that. So that there's no such issue at all.
Correct, correct, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I'll continue the question.
Yeah.
So, in context of job satisfaction, which you were bringing the point,
Yeah.
looking back at such a stellar career, do you think it would have been any better in your context?
Yeah, in my context, I will say that I joined as a clerk.
Correct.
So joining as a clerk and joining as a grade B makes a huge difference in the career.
Yeah.
As I told you, people who have joined as grade B along with me in the 80s,
Correct.
they have all retired as CGMs, Chief General Manager, grade F. So for the other category, they may not have much chances to go
Correct.
that much. I don't say that there are no chances. They also go. GM, they can go. But for a grade B, it is entirely different today.
Correct. So I
So they are
think
given more opportunities to improve their what you call qualifications. They get
yes,
foreign trainings. They are exposed to various things, which may not be there for other category immediately, but some people get there also. It is not. It's again the individual case. Yeah.
yes. So I think like you're saying the same thing, that how much important this particular exam as well as opportunities.
Yeah.
So I will take the question from there only.
Yeah.
As you are already knowing it, that RBI Grade B 2024 notification is out.
Correct.
Many candidates also are having doubt whether to fill the form this year or maybe next year, or maybe
Correct.
should I fill it or not. So other than compulsory eligibility criteria like age and education,
Yeah.
do you think that candidates should have this particular mindset or aspirations before joining RBI? Any prerequisites I'm talking about?
Nothing like that. Prerequisites, nothing. You should have will to work hard,
Yes.
plan your preparation for the exam.
Correct.
So this exam can be prepared in 3 months also. You can prepare in 6 months also.
Correct.
And some candidates prepare it in 45 days also.
Yeah, true.
I have seen. So now in this case, if you see the announcement has come, notification has come, and you have about 45 days for the phase 1 exam. So The mindset should be that I will work hard, give my best to this. And today, unlike about 20 years back, we have a lot of training material available, lot of things which are available. So wherein the process of what you call preparation has become quite easy compared to what it was some 10-15 years back.
Correct.
And the only negative point is vacancies are less. That point only will be worrying the students. But don't worry about the number of vacancies. We will do our best. Every student should think that I will do my best. I will
Correct.
take it up as a challenge. So the 45 days for the phase one. And after that, you have another 45-50 days for the phase two.
Correct.
You
Sir,
don't worry about how many people will apply, how
yeah,
many percentage may get, the cutoff
definitely.
will be high, low. All these things you don't worry. So you prepare in whatever platform you are taking, whether you are doing self preparation or you are doing through your trainers. People are there. Many platforms are there today to give a lot of material and training. See, last time one candidate I know, she prepared 18 hours a day
Correct.
and she got selected. And she said, yes, sir, last 3 months I've been preparing 18 hours per day. That's all. So she didn't even use her phone. She didn't see that is the dedication.
Correct.
Of course, every individual will have his own limitations, his own problems and all. But still, in spite of that, when somebody feels that he will be able to achieve it, definitely they can achieve it. There's no problem. But the
Exactly.
only thing is vacancies are less this time. Maybe due to various reasons, the exam got delayed because of elections this year.
Correct.
And maybe the department's requirement, I don't know what the RBI is feeling this time.
Correct.
Because last 2-3 years, vacancies were quite sufficient.
Yes,
And
sufficient.
about 200 also, there are vacancies. So this time it is very less. So as per this requirement, the departments will send their requirement to HRMD. So the Human Resource Department will feel that yes, this year we will fill only so many vacancies. They would have decided like that.
Correct, sir.
My advice to students is you prepare well. You concentrate on your studies and you concentrate on the material available. Practice well. Daily several hours of practice is needed. Speed is needed to complete. There are deadlines to complete each what you call module in this. So there are various papers like reasoning, general awareness,
Correct.
quantitative. And we come to the phase two. Again, you have this English description.
Yes.
Typing, we should be very good in typing. Everything is online today.
Yeah.
Economic and social issues, finance and management. This can be prepared by anybody. So today, most of the students are BTech students who are appearing for these exams, I find.
Very, very true,
So
sir.
it is, yeah. So all types of students can appear. There is no what you call restriction or there is no what you call disadvantage for any student here.
Yeah. So connecting
Hard
to
work.
that only, I will ask a question. Uh, Many students are having various doubts which are related to the exam.
Yeah,
As exam has finance, management,
yeah,
ESI, these are little bit commerce related subjects.
yeah, yeah.
So is background or degree in commerce, economics, finance necessary for a student to clear RBI Grade B exam or become an RBI Grade B officer?
No,
Or
no.
and does it give any edge with respect to other students, or is
Ah,
it something
it
else?
will give edge definitely because the student who has studied from the intermediate plus two level, is finance management and all. He has studied well. For him, he is conversant with the subject. So
Correct.
for him, it may be a little easier, definitely. But
Yes.
for others also, I don't feel it is a lot. They don't have much disadvantage.
Correct.
With some, what you call, understanding of the basic things, they will definitely able to do well. There's absolutely no problem.
Correct, sir. So the next question would be, sir, as you described the whole exam also,
Yeah,
phase one, phase two, phase three. It's a three-stage process: phase one, phase two, and then your interview.
yeah,
So in phase two, RBI also asks descriptive questions, which is pain point for a lot of the aspirants or students as they have not done practice of answer writing. So
correct.
how should they prepare for writing this 400 to 600 words answers, especially for subjects like like ESI or finance, management, etc.
Yeah, this is what I told you. People who are conversant with that subjects, they already have studied well, they are able to write quickly. I found that commerce students, MBA students are able to do well in these aspects. But the BTech students and all, they have to practice it well from the beginning. So the online exam involves typing the answers. So they have to first prepare the what you call matter. What matter I have to do? What is the
Correct.
matter I have to prepare? And then in how many words it can be converted. So all this requires regular practice. So you have to do a lot of practice. That is the only thing here. So with that, you will be able to arrive at the various answers within 400 to 600 words because phase 2 is the most important exam.
Correct.
Phase 1 filters about 80 to 90% of the candidates are filtered. Only about
Correct.
10% may come into this. So the
Correct.
phase 1 is your speed and in reasoning, quantitative and English. But when it comes to phase 2, the actual subjects, because tomorrow in RBI Grade B, maybe going to the policy departments, economic policies and all. So there he should understand the management techniques, information about the finance and all. So he is required to have basic knowledge. So that is why these types of questions are included. The finance and management paper has been included. And also, economic social issues is also a very important thing. So these things are only to make the candidate prepared for his future roles in RBI where he
Correct.
may be posted in the departments where he has to take some decisions. And RBI Grade B also take decisions in some departments.
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, then as you have been also an interview panelist, so please briefly explain also that what are interviewers looking, especially in the candidates when it comes to the interview process, and
Correct.
how should one prepare ideally for an interview?
Yeah. So for the last 2, 3 years, I've been training lots of candidates. Last time for Oliveboard, I have trained about 30 to 40 students.
Correct, sir.
So interview means it is not a test of knowledge.
Correct.
The basic thing in interview is a candidate should be able to express himself properly.
Correct.
His body language, the way he looks at the interviewer, eye contact and all these are very important. The way we conduct ourselves, personality, it's a test of the personality.
Correct.
Of course, knowledge is also important because so many things they will ask in the interview also. What is happening around the world? How your general awareness is there about the happenings in the banking sector? They may ask about politics, anything. So it is generally to see how a candidate is reacting to the various things which are happening around him, whether he is aware of what is happening, what is today's newspaper telling about this, what is the RBI governor, what do you feel about it? Another thing is he should be able to give his analysis of the various problems or the issues in the economy. Suppose
Correct.
RBI governor has recently announced monetary policy. So he should be able to tell. So why RBI has done this? What do you feel? So like this, interview is basically a test of the personality, not knowledge 100%. Because some 1 or 2 questions any candidate may not be able to answer. It is not that he will know everything and clear. So they
Correct.
may ask something which he may not be able aware. That is okay. But they overall judge a candidate based on how he is reacting to the question, how he has understood, and how he is able to express it. That is the
Correct.
most important thing. So he should the preparation for the interview should be in such a way that he should be aware of the various things happening in the banking, economy, finance. So they may ask about sports. They may ask about his IT background. Suppose he has done engineering. So if somebody in the panel is there who knows about it, he may ask questions on that also. Biodata. So on our resume and our personal biodata questions may be asked. So based on these things, a candidate can prepare for the interview. And the interview is nowadays it is conducted in both Hindi and English. So whichever language the candidate is comfortable, he can take the interview.
Correct.
So in whichever language we are comfortable, we can take and we have to express our ideas correctly. That is
Yes.
the thing. Yeah.
Sir, like all the three processes if considered, does RBI look at certain qualities in an RBI Grade B officer? And if yes, then what are these qualities RBI looking for?
Yeah, definitely. The RBI grade B, unlike the assistant or some other post where there is not much responsibility involved. When assistant is only is doing the basic thing and he will pass it on to the higher official who will check it and verify. So he is only the maker, assistant. But grade B is not like that. So he has to think and take the right decision at the right spot.
Correct.
So suppose there's a problem from a bank, in issue department and all, daily the grade Bs will face problems of currency chess.
Correct.
So he has to personally decide what he has to do or consult. Of course, he will have the option of consulting his boss again. He is not the final authority in everything. Sometimes he has to take his own decision in smaller departments, in smaller offices. So these things get crucial where taking decisions is important. Problem analyzing ability. Analyze the problem. So all these things are very important for a grade B. And based on this, the RBI is looking for your qualities. Finally, the interview, most of these qualities will come out. The phase two exam tests your knowledge. So these two combined is final the result which RBI declares whether you are a candidate selected or. So grade B involves analytical, what you call, discussing a subject or
Correct.
trying to analyze and see what is the problem and how we can solve it, and various decision making abilities and
Yes.
analyzing and giving your opinion, that is also very important.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think, sir, we have come to the end of this very special and very informative session.
Okay.
We bring various sessions on the platform which are related to exam strategy, but
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
the first session where
Okay.
I think many of the students will understand actually what RBI does,
Yeah.
what are the departments,
Yeah.
what were the functions, what is the role, how is the work life balance, is there stress or not,
Yeah.
all such random questions which come into the minds of the student which are related to their career. I think most of the questions you answered them, and you answered them really very very well. So
Thank
last
you.
question from my side
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
uh, any advice to all the candidates who are preparing for this year RBI Grade B exam?
Yeah. My advice is do not worry about the vacancies. You need only one seat for you. That's all. You concentrate on your work. Take up all the old papers, go through the old papers, previous year papers, study them, analyze what type of questions generally are being asked. Because the grade B exam is also getting tougher year by year.
Yes,
I think last year's paper was also very quite tough.
yes, yes, yes.
The students told that it was very tough, candidate said. So we have to be prepared for new types of questions. And
Correct,
I think the platforms today are also equipped to give them the adequate training. So
correct,
take some training. It is not that everybody can prepare on their own. So nowadays people are preferring to go for trainings. So it's a very good option. Today options are available and experts in the training uh, institutes are able to give lot of inputs. So take that and then practice well and work hard is the final thing. And
correct, sir.
finally, wait for the result.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you very much for being there today.
Okay.
We were very fortunate that you took out your time and
Thank you.
you were there, and you also shared various percepts which are not that information is not present right out there. It
Yeah.
only comes through such a experience. What exceptional candidature like you came here. You not only gave your like information and throughout your experience from just one department, but overall whatever 30 years experience you had, I definitely enjoyed it in this very short session. I think many of the students also uh, definitely will be feeling the same. So we will end the session here, and I hope
Okay.
that in future also we will definitely have you for another such interesting session.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you. I also thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to interact with you. And as I told you, the exam pattern and all, we can discuss in one special session. Only the exam is one
Yes.
phase two and all.
Yes, sir.
Today it was a general discussion about RBI. So we can plan and also have one session exclusively for the exam preparation also, where I
Correct.
can tell how to prepare for the phase one, then how to prepare for phase two, and for the interview also. So I can give only points or what you call some tips for preparing well also. I can also do that, no problem. And thank you very much. I hope
Thank you,
all of
sir.
you are
Yes,
benefited by my
yes.
speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We will end the session, guys. I hope that this session is very important for you. So make sure, and also in the comment section, give your responses that how did you feel, and how was the overall session. Whatever information sir gave you, mention into the chat. And definitely we'll bring one more session with Shankar sir, as sir said, related and dedicated only for the exam preparation strategy and plan. Thank you, sir. And that's it. We'll end the session.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.